So boom, I'm excited to make this video because we're talking about a legendary fight. Rock Lee versus Gaara. Not really legendary to me because I just seen this shit last year for the first time. But legendary to y'all. And I understand why I see on social media of this fight being so highly respected. Because niggas was getting it the fuck in from start to finish. And you wanna know who's about to cover this shit from start to finish? Not me. All right, I'm playing. Don't leave. Don't leave. But as a whole, we had to take a trip down memory lane so that I can spit my niggalations on why this fight was one of a kind. And with that being said, okay, let's go. Right before this big ordeal, we had a little family dispute going on. It was Hyuga on Hyuga violence. Low-key, I can't even say that because it was really one-sided. But Hinata was out there. She was getting her licks in. On the other hand, Neji was out there trying to force her to have a relationship with her uncle. It got so bad, niggas had to stop Neji from turning Hinata into soot. And like I said, niggas had to stop him. Because what the fuck was Kurenai doing? Anyways, they continue on with the exam. As the random name generator is going off, Gaara becomes one with the sand and takes his stance in the fighting area. Mind you, the generator never stopped, so he already knew that it was his time to pack someone up. And if I was in this exam and I got picked by that generator, I am not f***ing going down there. This jit looks like the spawn of Satan. And then you add the fact that this nigga just foreseen the future in front of everyone? Yeah, I'm gonna be on my Kabuto shit and fuck with y'all next year. But that was out the window for our boy Rock Lee. He was the one that ended up getting picked and he was ready to work. He jumped off that top railing so fast for him to raise that hand up and say, "It is an honor today to whoop your no blinking having ass." And Gaara just stared at him and made his blinking statement factual. So the match begins and Rock Lee full sends at Gaara to try and Liu Kang his shit off top. But Gaara popped that X defense, which enables his sand to block any incoming attack towards him. Lee, fuck is you doing down there? Oh, you ain't peep, my nigga? All those little ass punches and kicks was for the birds. As long as that evil Cabbage Patch sand is around, that taijutsu bullshit that Buttercup is doing out there is not very effective. But why did Gaara really come off crazy like this to Lee and say, "Entertain me a bit more. There's not enough yet. Blood." Like, what in the misunderstood Playboy Gaara whole lot of red type shit? But after that down with the sickness shit, Gaara scoops Lee up by his ankles and slams the fuck out of the string being up against the wall. But Lee was back at it trying to get his rocks off still. And Dumpster Juice Sakura was asking, why is Lee only using taijutsu? And maybe he should take a step back and use some type of ninjutsu or something. Bitch, win your fucking match first before giving out orders. Sorry, my bad. But Guy ends up telling her that little nigga ain't got shit to show. Just think of him as a Batman, but without the gadgets. He was only put on this earth to use his hands and feet on niggas. Hopefully that answers all your questions. Hey Lee, take them shits off. But Guy Sensei, you told me to only do that when the opposition is standing right in front of me. Precisely, that thing is a top op. It's finna be SmackDown versus Raw in this bitch.
This fat ass coconut head really thought he was gonna do something by taking these weights off? Fuck he thought he was, Goku?
And it was go time. Lee hopped down and got straight to business. He really tried to fool Gaara with the first punch. I don't care what anybody says, but if that first punch connected, Gaara was literally going to be like, "Nigga, hey." This little nigga is moving so fast that Gaara-san can barely keep up to protect him. Look, hush, 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 hush. Then he jumps up and starts doing all these flips as if he was Nagi from Blue Lock and drops his heel like it's fucking hot on this boy's medulla oblongata. Someone get this boy a Tylenol, his head hurt. Everyone was shocked because this is the first time he's been touched. Pause. God damn it, fuck. That did not sound right. Anywho, Lee comes back for seconds and hits Gaara with the Falcon Punch! Hit that motherfucker so hard, he started sanding on himself. But stuff started to get weird after that because they started putting the spotlight on Gaara. And it was like, after all the shit he just endured, he actually liked it a little way too much. If you had to ask me, that little nigga is a freaky frog. You're a freaky frog. Sorry, it had to be done. Furthermore, Gaara now doubles up on his sand armor because his first layer of defense was penetrated by Lee. But Lee gets to smiling and starts unbandaning the bandages off his arms. And if you can remember correctly, Gaara is soon to be put in a spliff with Sasuke, with the the blink of an eye, Lee takes off and he starts doing an Indy 500 around Gaara and tells him, you asked for it, and NASA his shit off the ground and is just continuously kicking this nigga to the upper room. Then wraps Gaara up in all this toilet tissue to take him on a joyride back to the depths of hell and slams them all on top of his shit. Lee takes a safe landing, and from the look of things, Gaara looks like he is out of commission, and the sick do-rag ref nigga comes over to check if there's life still in Gaara. But upon further look, it was just a sand carcass, and Gaara rises from the ashes, sand, and looks like he's about to be on the most diabolical shit. As I say that, he started to go to pound town on Lee, just tossing him around like a little person. He's even out there licking his dry ass lips, and it's not looking really good for our boy Rock Lee because he is gassed up shorty right now. Then we get a flashback of young Lee back in the day running with a bunch of kids, and these little niggas is really mean as shit, telling him that he can't even do the bare minimum jutsus and that his taijutsu is on complete ass and is worse than an average person. They even ganged up on him and started calling him names, to the point where Lee was just like fucking just peeled off. But Lee ain't no hoe, and he was gonna show these little nignogs that he was really him for real. So he hopped right in his Duffy and started really tuning a tree, giving that thing 400 something kicks. And if you thought that was a little borderline crazy of him, bro really transitioned into socking the tree, throwing about 2,000 of them hoes. But he trains to this extent because he just wants to defy the odds and become a respectable ninja. We see at this point that people are starting to think that Lee needs to just chalk this match and take the L. And we head right back into another flashback. We see Lee getting the McMittens put on him by Neji. And even though he's getting the shit beat out of him, he is not taking that L. But of course, you always gotta have that one bum ass person that always gotta try to tell you about yourself when they not even nice they damn self. Because Tenten was like,
Lee, what do you gain from this? You're not that guy. You will never be on Neji's level.
I know your handy-mandy ass ain't talking to me. Just because you're trash and you don't want to put in the work to become something doesn't mean that you could take your self-images and put it into my Kodak. So stop gargling me, bitch. Damn, barred her stupid ass all up. But as well, Neji was on the same type time saying that Lee can never beat him, and he's just simply stating facts. A little bit later, Guy comes to have a one-on-one with Lee. Lee, I know you're quirkless, and you're not the sharpest taijutsu user either, but deep down, you have powers that go way beyond Neji. Sensei, stop trying to make me feel better, you big-headed bitch. Dickhead, I'm not trying to make you feel better. You're a genius of effort. Man, stop the cap. I be training 25-8, thinking that I can go toe-to-toe with that fake-ass blind nigga Neji, just for him to kick off in my ass and Hadouken me back to square one. I just don't believe in myself anymore. Well, there's no point in making an effort if you don't believe in yourself. Listen, Lee, I was in the same size 7.5 busted-ass Philos. I was trash too, but now I can beat people of the likes of Kakashi because of all the efforts that I put in. And that's why there's no rap in my cap with everything I tell you, Lee. And I want to see you become that respectable ninja that you praise about. Rock Lee remembering moments like that was just enough to bring him back to a sense of reality. He just started dipping and dodging everything that was coming his way. And Kakashi was like, wait, hold the fuck up. Guy, don't tell me. And ever so nonchalantly, Guy was like, yep, it is exactly what you're thinking of. To break it down, Rock Lee can open up this thing called the 8 inner gates. And once all 8 gates are open, you have strength that can bypass the Hokages. But in return, you die and turn into a burnt hot dog. And Kakashi knows that this situation could come out really bad. So he tells Guy like, yo, you really out of pocket for teaching Rock Lee this. Watch your mouth, you makeshift Uchiha. And Rock Lee starts charging the fuck up. Gaara was just like, I don't know what you finna do, but it's about to end right here. Oh, for sure. But it's gonna end from the likes of me. And Lee jumps straight to the 3rd gate of life. Everyone is literally shook from the amount of power Lee is pushing out right now. Lee is going so crazy that he is literally putting a light show on for everyone. Oh, you thought this was my final form? It opens up the 4th gate. The gate of pain. This kid is exerting so much energy that it looks like it is seconds from his head to just pop. But he says, this will do, and floors it straight at Gaara and catches nothing but all chin work, sending his bitch ass right in the air. And do you know what happens in a fighting game when you're caught in the air lacking? Oh, your ass finna get put in a mean juggle. And Lee starts it off with a simple belly buster. Look, we don't drop combos, and sent this nigga right back up. Bro, Rock Lee got it looking like Marvel versus Capcom 2. Gaara is real life getting hit with an infinite right now. The string bean is really trying to liquidate this boy from his sand. But at the cost, his muscles are getting torn in the process. But honestly, we don't care, because he opens up the 5th gate of closing and punches him right in the gut to tell him, bring your stupid ass right back, and folds him with the hidden lotus. Lee's body starts spazzing badly, which also has him collapse on the ground as well. Man, but this red-headed bastard only survived because his gourd turned into sand and saved him at the last minute. And sadly, he ends up hitting Lee with a sand coffin, crushing his arm and his foot. He was really trying to put Rock Lee on a t-shirt. He screamed out die and went for the kill. But Guy said, fuck out of here with that nut shit. Gaara really got up and was like, man, what the fuck? I quit. Niggas really out here getting saved. But out of nowhere, Gaara looks back to see Rock Lee still standing on his feet while being unconscious. Furthermore, on some whack shit, Gaara ends up taking the dub and Rock Lee gets taken out on a stretcher. He's still a winner in my books, high key. But on that note, bye.